It's 6 p.m. and the poolside action here at the Gold Coast Holiday Park is going strong. But some of us still have work to do. As the sun seekers lap up the last rays of the day, the nightlife on the Gold Coast is just warming up. And there's a particular breed of locals who are a little bit wild and like to pull all-nighters, but I bet you can't guess who I'm talking about. And after a long day of adrenaline rides and general theme park shenanigans, Dreamworld, about 30 minutes north of the Gold Coast main drag, has wound down to an eerie calm. Hey, Al.
Hey, Caroline.
How you doing?
I'm pretty good.
I've come to give you my hands for the evening.
Absolutely.
Al Mookie is the General Manager of Life Sciences at Dreamworld, which is home to the only non-government captive breeding program for bilbies. And every bit of help counts because these guys are really up against it.
There used to be a number of species of bilbies. The greater bilby is the last one left because they're extinct. And in Queensland, there are only 400 left on the planet. That's it.
Why has it?
Feral animals, particularly the feral cat, but foxes and other animals all impact the bilby.
Working hand in hand with the Save the Bilby Fund, Al and the program have been preparing and releasing bilbies back into the wild for the last 7 years. And a very important part of that process is maintaining their diets.
We've got some paper bark, and what I'd like you to do is drop some mealworms in there.
Okay, I'm making burritos,
Yep.
Bilby burritos. Okay, why are we taking the time to wrap them up? Why don't we just feed it to them?
Well, these animals are going to the wild, and so the best way to do that is to make it interesting for them, so as it would be in the wild, or as best as possible.
The Save the Bilby Fund campaigned to raise the $500,000 needed to build a 25 square kilometre bilby fence at Currawinja National Park in Western Queensland. It has been designed to enable them to live and breed in safety.
Here we go, Caroline.
I actually thought they might be a little bit smaller. They're bigger than I expected. Hey guys.
Here you go. Do you want to hold this? And she'll eat straight out. There she goes.
Oh, she's a bit hungry.
Oh, she's loving the...
Oh, awesome. Can I touch her?
Yeah, just on the back.
Oh, she's so soft.
For an
amazing.
arid species.
Dreamworld is a proud gold sponsor of the Save the Bilby Fund. If you feel like donating, simply log on to www.savethebilbyfund.com and check out the variety of cool ways that you can help these nearly extinct little Aussies. If touring southeastern Queensland's wilder corners has got you in the mood for an adventure, Brit's camper vans are your adventure go-to crew. And this week, the crew and I stayed in some of the Gold Coast's best holiday parks. We kicked off our Gold Coast adventure at the Broadwater Tourist Park, which has powered sites from $42 and cabins from $152. Before we set out for Lamington National Park, we enjoyed a peaceful night's rest at the Tallybudgera Creek Tourist Park, which has sites from $41 and cabins from $152. And to round things off, we spent our last night on the Goldie at the Burleigh Beach Tourist Park, which has sites from $34 and cabins starting from $145. For this information and more about this week's Australian Geographic Adventures, log on to agadventures.com.au. Next week, David explores the wild blue face of New South Wales Port Stephens, diving with its endangered grey nurse sharks, swimming with its irresistible bottlenose dolphin, and the odd scenic drive as well.